Is there anything about your appearance that they need to get right in the game?
For sure the smile, for sure.
Definitely the hair and the headband.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hustling Philadelphia on I-95. So a moment now to see the story for Jamal Murray.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Gordon out there with Murray. Then there's Miles Bridges. And it's Towns in at the 4 slot. And for the 76ers, they've got Paul George. Tristan Thompson is out there with Bagley. And it's Wall. And it's Hield in at the shooting guard. Now the 76ers with it.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points. For 3, Bridges. He's off on that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
And still a ton of upside for Marvin Bagley. Talk about what you see.
But yeah, I see an agile, quick player off of the floor. I mean, we know he can play in the paint. I'm just interested in seeing how well he starts to stretch the game and become a 3-level scorer.
Here's Wall after Eric Gordon's bucket. Wall attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I like that intensity. Wall won't be denied on these type of drives to the rim.
Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Murray, the pass to Bridges. Outside Jordan. Back to Bridges. Clock at 6. Pulls up. Rebound by the 76ers. And now here comes Wall, leading the break. Nobody near George. And the space there, but it's offline. From 17 feet out. And it's Gordon missing. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Now here's Murray. Jordan dishes to Bridges. Pass to Murray. Fires the 3. Here's Towns. Wall with a block.
Wall, I mean, one of the things that's underrated is that he's an insane athlete. Right there, he's just showing what an incredible defender he is with these type of blocks.
Now, here's George. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Good on the bucket.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Towns, the pass to Murray.
Nice interior defense. Can't give him any space inside or he'll burn.
Philadelphia leading by 4. Hield from outside. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's rebounded by John Wall. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. George finds Wall. Jacks up a three. No good. Shot missing. And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers ahead. They're up by... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Towns is out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Murray. Then it's Jordan. And it's Gordon in at the 2 spot.
You ask Buddy Hield, he says he's not just a shooter, he's a maker. And boy, he's right. One of the great marksmen, not just in the league today, but in league history.
I mean, look at the volume of threes he's attempted and his percentage. He's in elite company.
Here's Towns, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And what a rebounder Towns is. The rabid intensity, the way he positions himself. Love the hustle.
I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Here's Wall following the basket by DeAndre Jordan.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Murray. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The 76ers again can't hit it.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
From the wing, and it's good off the glass. Murray's got his first 2 points.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Wall passes to George. Over Bridges, and there's Paul George on the assist by Wall.
And look how quick on the draw George is. The moment he's got the ball, he's in motion for the shot.
Now here's Gordon. Bridges dishes to Jordan. Pass to Gordon. Over Hield. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Wall kicks to Hield. Pass to George. Thompson outside, and it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .116 left to play here in the half. Outside, George, just 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Towns.
As crafty as they come. George has lots of experience when it comes to mixing up defenders.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Murray surveying the D. Towns, the pass to Jordan. Over Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Hield kicks to Wall. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. The second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Wall's got his second bucket tonight.
And the vertical of Wall, he gets off the floor fast to collect second chance opportunities.
Murray, the pass to Bridges. Now here's Jordan. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Towns is doubled. And here is Bridges. They picked up 24 points in their last one again.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
A nice shot by George.
Oh, look at Hills and his selfish approach. He's working to find everyone in the, not just himself.
And so that brings the first half to a close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They had a 4-point advantage at the... That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Yeah, I mean, showing that tenacity both mentally and physically.
Paul George is out there with Bagley. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then there's Buddy Hield. And it's Wall in at point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And that one, good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Murray from deep. The shot will not fall. Now the 76ers take it the other way. And it's blocked.
Oh, nice defense from Bridges. When he hustles like this, he's capable of swatting shots.
Towns dishes to Murray. Over Wall. Thompson with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Feeds it to George. The second effort. Nice shot by Thompson. Thompson's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Murray, the pass to Bridges. Towns against Bagley. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
And with his struggles at the line, you need to hack down DeAndre. You can't let him get the shot off there.
Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. Most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Now Gordon. Paul George missing from long range. Murray, good.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside, George lets the three fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. And he's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Now here's Towns. That's a 2 from Gordon. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's George. George missing again. Gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Drains it from beyond the arc. And now it's a 9-point 76ers lead.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Bridges passes to Murray. Poke loose. Here's Jordan. And then slammed in by Jordan.
And he doesn't always feel the need to get fancy on those dunks, but when Jordan does, he makes it something special, just like that one.
They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Hield the pass to Bagley. George looking around. Back to Bagley. A three. The shot by George, no good. Here's Bridges. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, because of his size and strength, Bridges is able to take advantage of defenders inside.
From deep, Wall, and that one released in time, but no good. And we've reached the end of the third. 76ers on. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
This is the versatility you need to play in today's game. 2 guards have to be able to make plays for others.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Gordon. Miles Bridges is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Murray, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's George. And it's off the back rim. No good. Just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Once Bridges realized the break was on, I mean, he was off to the races. His coaches will appreciate his effort level.
And Wall kicks to George. Count it, and the foul. That one is on Towns.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Now, here's Bridges. Back to Murray. Over to Wall. That one a little long. And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. They've led by as much as 10. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Murray against Wall. Now, here's Bridges. Not a lot of room. And the pass to Towns. A 3-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Wall wide open. That ball's nice feed that time from George.
Let's see, Wall is so quick. He loves catching the D off guard. If you're not right up on him, he's going to score quick.
Here's Towns. Count it.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Here is Wall. After the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Bridges against George. Back to Wall. Right block shot, and it's in off the backboard. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
Wall gives his all for his teams, especially in key junctures in the game like this.
Pass to Towns. That one misses. Great D that time from Bagley. From deep, Wall. Offensive rebound.
Look, Thompson's getting after it. A highly skilled offensive rebounder. He crashes with power.
Gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Now here's Murray. Inside. Here's Towns. Great D that time from Bagley.
Love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Outside, George. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
The throw good, Paul George.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
Yeah, more than half of their scoring has been through him. It hadn't been selfish either. That's the way they mapped this thing out, and they knew what a tough matchup he'd be for their D, so they just decided to ride it.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. All with it, he's picked up by Jordan. To the paint, George. And George with the stuff.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
Wall against Murray. Wall looking for an opening. Thompson finds George. And it's George finishing it off.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
On the wing, Gordon, covered by Heel.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
And when he's healthy, Gordon is extremely effective, an incredible scorer who fills up the stat sheet.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.